All right, good morning everyone. So what I suggest is that you have already tried these three problems, just like we would in class with a warm-up. The warm-ups kind of let you know where you stand and that do you need more help, do you need more practice, and so on. So I'm just gonna run through these in case you were struggling. You can check your answers. This video should be pretty short. So we have a baseball diamond and I drew basically the square that it was telling us, and it says that it's 90 feet on both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and mark all of these just to remind myself that a square has all four sides the same. And I kind of drew my little home plate, and then this is first base, we have second base, and third base. Okay? It says if a player throws the ball from second base to home, how far will that ball travel? So hopefully all you're realizing, since this was how we started chapter 9, pretty basic, is you should have used that Pythag theorem to find this diagonal, which is serving as the hypotenuse of a right triangle. So if we do our a squared plus our b squared, and that equals our c squared, we're going to get 16,200 is equal to x squared, and remember this is x, our diagonal. And when I square root both sides, we're going to get the square root of 1,600, oh my gosh, 16,200. I keep saying that wrong. Now, you need to remind yourself that since I didn't specify, we're going to write this exact, and I'll go ahead and kind of round it to make sure our answer makes sense. So we are going to figure out what perfect square goes into 16,200. And that is 8,100. So if you simplified this correctly, you would have gotten 90 radical 2 feet. But if you take out that calculator, right? So if you type in, and this is also how you know you simplified it. If I type in the square root of 2 and multiply that by 90, I get about 127.28 feet. And the way that I know 90 radical 2, if I type in the square root of 16,200, these should be identical. So what that does is not only does it help me round it just to approximate, but it lets me know that the exact answer is simplified. So there's our exact answer. And to make sure you know what that distance is, that's about 127.2 feet. Okay? All right. Our next one, Jill's front door. So I'm going to draw something that remotely looks like a door, and it is 42 feet wide and 84 feet tall, or inches. Feet would be pretty big. I'm a mess in this video. 42 inches and 84 inches. Jeez. She purchased a circular table that is 96 inches in diameter. Will the table fit through the front door? So I guess our question would be, what is that going to mean? Well, a diameter of a circle, remember, runs through the center. So we know it's not going to fit this way. So it's almost like if you angled it, and this was the table, and here's the diameter, will it fit? So I think what we need to do is we're going to use our triangle, our right triangle, since this is a rectangle, and we're going to find this length. So once again, we're going to use the Pythag theorem, and you're going to do, use your calculator for squaring those values. And what happens is I don't necessarily need the exact answer, because here's the deal. We want to know if 96 inches diameter is going to work. So when I take the square root of 8,820, I get about 93.9. So what that means is if this door is only going to hold 93.9, no way is that going to work. So our answer is no. That table will not make it through that door. Okay? And then our last number 3, it says an isosceles triangle has congruent sides of 20. So we know what an isosceles triangle is, 2 equal sides. And it says the base is 10. Okay? says, what is the area of the triangle? Well, in order to find the area of the triangle, we need this right here, which is our height. Because the area formula for a triangle is 1/2 times base times height. So in an isosceles triangle, since this is coming from and these are equal, this is like the center point. So that's 5 and this is 5. So what we have right here is we have a right triangle. So if I only draw the part of it that we need for right now, we have a missing leg. So we're going to use the Pythag theorem again, but this time we're not looking for the hypotenuse. We already know that it's 20. So as we move through and we try to get x by itself, we would have x equals, let's see, 375. If I break that up into what perfect square, that would be 25 times 15. So that would be 5 radical 15. Now we want exact because they're asking us to find the area. So once we know x, that's the height of this, we can now use our area formula for a triangle. So we're going to do 1/2 times the base times the height. And 1/2 of 10 is 5. And then 5 times 5 radical 15. We would have 25 radical 15 square centimeters. So we have our base is 10, we have our height, but we need to take half of it because that's in the formula for a triangle. Okay? All right, check your answers, make sure you have that work, and we're good to go.